What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for a new episode of the Philadelphia Eagles Flashback franchise. We are at draft time as your defending Super Bowl champions. Pick 32. It's not an exciting draft, not an exciting spot to be in this draft, but, let's keep going, man. This might be our final year with Michael Vick under center, at least prime Michael Vick, and I'm saying prime Michael Vick. He is, still in his mid-30s. But at least for this save, he has been unreal, and he's not regressing, which is good so far. But we're at a spot right now where there was a clear and obvious selection for us, I thought, at pick 32, and I was looking through the comments. I didn't see anyone disagree with it, and that is okay. Here's our board. We have Batonio, whole A to reorder. God damn it, Batonio here, Linder, Gabe Jackson, or Trey Turner. But we have used Trey Turner before in our rebuild. I feel like it might have been the Chargers. So to go things a little bit differently, Joel Batonio here, you can see, there's all offensive linemen because O-line is really where the value is for us, at least when we're talking about the first round, because we need a new starter at left guard. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead with our first pick. Not even going to think twice about it. Joel Batonio to Nevada. Getting him in. Not even a Hindev. It was a beast with the Browns last year. 71 normal, number 35 in true value, getting him at 32. That is back-to-back drafts. We got Matt Elam in the first round, but we knew kind of going for a reclamation project there, trying to get a bust to turn his career around. It wasn't going to be great. Thought we'd get a lot more value with Joel Batonio. 71 normal, but hey, at least we have a starter now at left guard. Man, you know what? I'm going to take another bust. We really need middle linebacker. Chris Borland, at one point in time, looked to be like the replacement to Patrick Willis. It was that weird time for the 49ers where Patrick Willis kind of retired early, and they had Borland, who became like a tackle machine, looked like he was going to be a stud, bona fide superstar with Navarro Bowman going down. So we already have Bowman. Let's bring in Chris Borland, 67, hidden dev, but he 100% as a rookie will be starting at middle linebacker, taking over for Stuart Bradley. So we're going to recap for our draft. I'm going to take Batonio here. We got as a right tackle. But I don't think, has he played much tackle, if any, in the NFL? Seems like he's been almost exclusively a guard, but we're going to make him our new left guard. Rest of the draft, we got Borland, 67, hidden dev. He's probably actually the best value pick that we had. Outside of that, I got Aaron Colvin here at corner, 68 normal. I got Dree Archer just for shits and giggles. We do need another running back there to pair with LaShawn McCoy. I got Bo Allen bringing back an underrated, solid depth player from Philly's Super Bowl run. I got Roosevelt Nix at fullback. I thought he'd have a higher rating than that because I'm pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl blocking for Lev Bell. And look, he has a face scan, but only 62 normal. And then I finished up bringing in Taj Boyd. I'm not going to say he was a what if because he did have some weaknesses, but he was pretty solid in Clemson. He was the guy I was surprised that, didn't at least become like a solid NFL backup quarterback. But he did have absolutely horrific decision making. But all in all, not like a super cheesy OP draft, but, somewhat practical as we gear up for the next season. So as we start the 2014 season, here is where your Philadelphia Eagles are at offensively. All of our starters remain the same. Dree Archer might have a bigger role as RB2. Nix will be our new fullback, even though Jordan Cameron, just put Cameron there anyways, help out the roster. Only change on the offense is Joel Batonio, our first round pick at left guard. Have seen some regression there. Michael Vick down to a 92. I think that's maybe JP and Andrews regressed a point or two at the most. On the defensive side of the ball, which has always been kind of playing catch up to our offense in terms of talent, looks good. D-line solid. A little bit of regression from Trent Cole, but I'm not worried about it. Linebackers are strong. Chris Borland gets to start at middle linebacker. Interested to see where he will go. Harrison Smith looks good. A little bit of regression of Asante Samuel. I'm going to go Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer as our two corners. Censored, Van Censored. We'll get some solid snaps, but I still think it's paramount to try to utilize the depth traits here on these two young guys. Elam there at free safety, our bust. It's going to be pretty tough for us to turn his career around if we can't find a way to get him a dev trait upgrade, hopefully at season's end. Even just from production, if we can get up to a star, that will go a long way. So we look to defend our Super Bowl title. I think this is a squad that absolutely has the potential of getting 12, 13 wins. So the midway point, little bit disappointing. We did start 3-0, and we're on a 4-game lose streak. A little bit concerned. Don't know what happened. But we had some contracts here. We turn it around. Division's still very much up for grabs. We got Trent Cole. Look for some pretty big money here. He obviously wants to make a little bit more. Asante Samuel, what about you on a 1-year deal? Okay, got him locked up. We'll wait on Michael Vick. We got AB. Definitely want him here. Kelsey, definitely want him here. I'll give him a 5-year deal. He wants a little bit more. AB and Jason Kelsey are easily our 2 biggest guys that we absolutely have to re-sign. I want to see what's going on with Michael Vick. Like, why are we losing these games? He's still playing at a high level. I assume he is. 12th and 14th. So it's a little bit of a dip in production there for Michael Vick. I feel like that's the downfall of my rebuilds this year. In Madden 21, the downfall is I always stay with veteran players too long. I always get them 1 year extra than when I should move on. But it's Michael freaking Vick. I don't want to say he's playing for his job, but I mean, how many years does he want? Does he only want get out of here? I don't want the bye week. Rest up. Rest up here. Actually, you know what? We need extra prep because we're on a 3-game losing streak. I don't care about the morale. Let's get the XP. Oh, yeah, 300 XP. That's what we need. But is Michael Vick, what's he looking for? At 34. He's only looking for a 1 year, but that is going to kill and tank our salary going forward. So let's see how the season finishes and plays out. If not, there are some interesting quarterbacks, to say the least, in this upcoming draft. Jameis Winston's there. Marcus Mariota is there. Both guys, I think, I definitely want to swing at things when it comes to trying to rebuild, because you could argue that both those quarterbacks were insanely hyped coming out of college and never quite lived up to the expectations, especially when you talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and Marcus Mariota. But let's just see how Michael Vick can maybe potentially right the ship out here in the regular season, and we'll figure it out. But I just, every time I now see that weird, like, we should be amazing, we're a 93 offense, but we're losing a bunch of games, it's almost like the game's telling me, like, hey, let's get ready for a little bit of a rebuild here. Let some of these old guys go. I don't know. Kept hoping we would turn it around for like a game worth hopping into, but I don't know, man. We would win one, lose one, finish 6-10, which is not a, that's not like a, oh my God, sky's falling, doom and gloom, hit reset, hit the red explosion button, but that is very disappointing to finish 6-10, given where our team's at, given the fact that we are like defending Super Bowl champions. And 6-10 is also like not a great spot to get like a high pick, to go after potentially a quarterback or like a big time skill position player. So we still have yet to extend Michael Vick for our team, at least as it relates to like dev traits and stuff like that. Obviously we didn't get one with Batonio. I didn't have any dev trait scenarios triggered throughout this season, which was very disappointing. Defensively, Borland had a hidden dev trait. He comes out as a star. That is about it. Kind of slow development, too, from Poyer and Micah Hyde. I kind of hope giving them, kind of throwing them to the wolves here a little bit would have peaked their development, just the speed a little bit. And unfortunately, that wasn't so much the case. Statistically speaking, for this 6-10 season, Michael Vick wasn't bad at all. 3,900 yards, 32 touchdowns to 5 picks. So I think it's going to be worth exploring an option to give him a contract. However, we're going to be put in an awkward spot where we're really only going to have one opportunity to give him a contract. And I do think that's still like ideal, I suppose, if we can get Michael Vick. Even if we do decide that we want to get a quarterback this year, or maybe even get a quarterback next year, in the world of Madden, with no dev trait regression, I turn that off. It's not the worst idea to have a quarterback just sit for a little bit, gain some XP on the bench behind Michael Vick. Because Michael Vick, I still feel like a healthy Michael Vick over any quarterback we could bring in gives us the best shot at winning next season. LaShawn McCoy went over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns, which is fairly good. No 1,000-yard receiver, but a solid year for Macklin. Almost 900 yards, 12 tutties, 8-7 for AB, 8-5 for Brent Selleck, 7-5 for Djax. That is a little bit disappointing. Defensively, Harrison Smith of the team, 98 tackles, 2 interceptions. I got 10 sacks from Trent Cole, 9.5 from Geno Atkins, 8.5 from Carlos Dunlap. Solid, respectable numbers. 3 picks to Asante Samuel, 3 picks for Matt Elam. So he's playing well. He's being a productive member of our defense, even though he is not going up dev traits or anything like that. RG3 was the MVP. Michael Vick coming in at number 9. And the rest of the NFC, at least just for overall winners, Manziel doing big things down there with Minnesota as Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think we're going to have anybody, unfortunately, which we do not. It was just, one of those things where every now and again, if you're trying to like roll back and defend your Super Bowl title, the Madden's going to be like, yeah, I don't think so. You guys are actually going to suck this year. So let's go to the offseason. First big step is Michael Vick's contract. It was an all-Florida Super Bowl as the Bucs beat the Jags 34-28. To get a recap there, Brandon Carr Most notably, I think, like Dallas, probably the Dallas Cowboys. Baltimore, he was there for a bit, was the Super Bowl MVP. As you can see, all the awards there. Do we have any dev traits? That'd be cool. If we get a free dev trait here or there. On the offensive side of the ball, not one. Defensively, yeah, nothing. Nothing. Not getting any of the linebacker dev trait cheese. Nothing for Elam. Nothing for our corners. Nothing for our D linemen. Nothing for Harrison Smith, who's stuck on a superstar. He probably should be an X factor. But we do have Michael Vick. Let's see what our salary cap is at. What? Can't even give him a... Okay. Cool. Cool. Can I at least pull back his money from him and, like, extend Selleck, maybe? I'm going to withdraw the offer. I could franchise tag him. $40 million. Don't think so. But if I can, let's withdraw that offer. Brent Selleck. He's 30, though, man. 74. Okay, 85 star at 30. Or we have a 74 star. Yeah, let's see. Brent Selleck's going to age like a fine wine if we can get him. Oh, he told us to go pound sand. Two-time kicker of the year, Dan Bailey. If we're that limited with salary cap, I can't be flexing on a kicker. So hopefully we pick low enough to maybe, hey, Mariota could be in play for the Philadelphia Eagles. If not, Jameis Winston. But Jameis Winston probably will go first overall. Let's see. It was worth looking for the quarterbacks that are available in free agency. Vick, obviously we're out of that price range. We have 18. I can't get Breeze. We can't get Carson Palmer. Maybe we could get Joe Flacco. Why would you? When Gabbard's going to be like the QB that's the highest ceiling, it's not going to be a great free agency period. Outside of that, positions that we could look to improve. Tight end. We do have Garrett Selleck, but Brent Selleck's too expensive, and the fact they already gave us a middle finger, not too happy about that. Maybe we could bring back Jordan Cameron on cheap. I'll try to lowball him here. Give him something like a 3-year. Let's see if we can get that like there. He's going to be in the red. There's no chance. But maybe there's a chance outside of that. At least at positions where it's like clearly what do we need another D tackle? Not much there in terms of value. Someone like Snacks Harrison maybe, but I'd rather just keep Benny Logan there. The linebacking core, we're solid. Secondary could use a playmaker, but there's no one that has a whole lot more upside. Lito Shepard's still doing his thing. Could bring him back for a 1 year, but that would ultimately stunt the development potentially of Micah Hyde and or Jordan Poyer. So yeah, we'll give Jordan Cameron a low ball offer. Hopefully he wants to come back now as a clear tight end 1 in our offense if Brent Selleck isn't back. If not, this is going to be a very, very important draft. Fortunately, Jordan Cameron told us to go pound sand. We do have an option for the 5th year on Harrison Smith, which we're absolutely going to have to pick up so that we can just, with our shiniest, most sexy pair of Timberland boots, kick that can down the road. It's going to be interesting to see where we're picking at for the draft. Look at the standings here. We are, 5-11 was the competitive league. We're picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if we need to trade up or not for quarterbacks. Quarterbacks always slip in these drafts. Let's see. First overall. I don't even want to look who's there because I just want to see who we're getting. First overall went Dante Fowler. Second overall to the Dolphins goes Brandon Schrift. Third pick to the Baltimore Ravens. They get Amari Cooper. Fourth pick, Leonard Williams. So as with our top 5 pick, very fitting of the Philadelphia Eagles, we have no quarterback on roster. Jameis Winston, famous Jameis, is there. Early first-round talent. Marcus Mariota is there. Early first-round talent. I think that's most likely. How does our running back have a D when we have LaShawn McCoy there? But I think, I'm going to let you guys decide where we go. I think it'd be cool to play with Mariota because of, obviously, everything Philadelphia at that time, even though Chip Kelly's not here. Mariota in an Eagles uniform would be interesting. But if you want to see Jameis Winston, I will go with what the majority wants. I still just can't believe we got robbed by Michael Vick. Like we didn't even have an opportunity to let Michael Vick finish his career in Philadelphia. I really don't think it's worth looking at other options here. We do need a tight end. Nick Boyle is a blocking tight end, but that's still good value in the second round. There's not great options there. Clive censored Walford, but it's Clive Walford. Defensively, we need a D tackle. Danny Shelton's there a little bit later on. Jordan Phillips wouldn't be bad. Grady Jarrett in the 5th round would be really, really good get. What else do we need? Corner, Trey Waynes, Marcus Peters, Byron Jones, Eric Rowe, Ronald Darby. I mean, 2nd round, hopefully one of these guys are still there. Eric Rowe, I'd love to bring that in, even though he's one of the few times we got a guy that I absolutely wanted in a draft way back when, 2015, and he actually didn't pan out for Philadelphia, even though he seems to be, hasn't been solid for the Miami Dolphins. They moved him to safety, but I was really stoked when we got Eric Rowe, even though I desperately wanted Byron Jones or Marcus Peters. A little bit later on, though, there's some value there in that draft. UDFAs, Coleman and Callahan if we need some slots. But that's the big question for you guys. No gameplay in the episode, man. We just kind of burned through it. I didn't promise, but I said on Sunday that I was planning on doing the first episode of the Tom Savage spoiler. If you haven't seen the video, you don't want to know what school I went to, I won't say it. You can click off the video now. Thanks for liking, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But Tom Savage for Miami was going to be today. I got a little bit behind on my work. Tried to land a Top Shot pass. It was, it was just one of those days where it's like, oh shit, my kid's gonna be home from school and I need to do a little bit of videos here. But put ourselves in a position to have a good second half of this Eagles flashback rebuild, depending on who you guys want for the quarterback. So let me know in the comment section below about that. Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, should be fun. I have a weird feeling that I think a lot of people are going with Mariota, but I almost feel like Winston's gonna be the popular choice. I don't know, though. Let me know in the comment section below where we need to go with the quarterbacks. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Make sure you come back when you see this video because we will be picking our quarterback. And I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.